Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Speed Dating Tarot. Here you're going to be able to find out who's your perfect match or also who just might be the person you're going to marry. So this is just a little detail to help you go. But you can pick from a group here or you can do the speed dating activity, which begins in 3, 2, 1. When meeting the dreamer, there's a calming presence that's hard to ignore. Their hair, whether short or flowing, carries soft waves and shades of sandy blonde or light brown. Their hair has a relaxed, natural texture. It frames a face that speaks of quiet contemplation with dreamy eyes. Whether framed by a clean jawline or soft, well groomed facial hair, their fair to medium complexion has a subtle glow to it. This person's entire demeanor exudes a sense of thoughtfulness and groundedness, someone who's truly reflective but approachable. I'm getting vibes that this person is specifically African American. They also may be Turkish or somewhere else in the Mediterranean, such as Greece and Italy. You meet someone who, from the very beginning, feels like they've lived multiple lifetimes. There's a calm, steady maturity about them, but also an undercurrent of dreams, like they've quietly woven fantasies in their everyday life. They sit across from you, and before long, they're sharing all of their deepest hopes and desires. No hesitations, no reservations. It's almost like watching a shooting star. Their words paint vivid pictures of their future, where they want to go, what they want to achieve, and how they hope to find someone to walk that path alongside them. It feels a little overwhelming, but there's a softness in their vulnerability. Their tarot cards reflect this. The moon reveals their introspective nature, hinting at the quiet depths beneath their dreams. The wheel of fortune suggests that they see life as cyclical, always on the brink of change, hopeful that their dreams are soon to manifest. When they tell you, I wish for you, it's not just about the moment, it's about the future they've already imagined you in. But this person also has a tendency to avoid conflict. If things get tough, they prefer to get some distance, perhaps flying away emotionally before coming back to confront the problem. Behind their composed exterior, there's a secret pleasure that might surprise you. They love to gossip. It's not malicious, rather, they're deeply curious about the world around them, whether it's the latest reality TV drama or geopolitical conflicts. They have a knack for staying informed about the ins and outs of other people's lives. With the Five of Wands and Two of Swords, they enjoy analyzing situations, sometimes caught in their thoughts about what's going to happen behind the scenes. But they might only reveal this part of themselves once they trust you, hinting with a sly smile that they've got all of the tea. In terms of what they truly desire in a relationship, this person craves a sense of provision and security. They want a partnership where they can provide for someone or be provided for. There's a desire for balance where they can go shopping without a second thought, feeling comfortable and supported by their partner or reciprocating that energy. The Magician and Seven of Cups emphasize their ambition and imagination in a relationship. They might dream of a partnership where they both contribute to building a life of abundance and comfort. This is someone who sees wealth and provision not just as material stability, but as a way to show love and care. You get to know them further, perhaps by the third date. You'll realize they're much more investigative than they seem. They have a knack for digging up stories from the past, not because they're judgmental, but because they want to understand the full picture. Their curiosity often leads them to learn all the details of their partner's past. With the sensitive adventurer, you are met with a burst of untamed energy. Their dark, curly hair, whether long or short, tousled or styled, reflects their adventurous nature. It gives off a wild yet warmed energy, full of life and stories, like the person themselves. Their eyes are expressive, always revealing their emotions, whether framed by soft, delicate features or a strong, defiant face. Their medium to deep brown complexion shines with a sun kissed warmth, telling tales of days spent under the open sky. The first thing you're going to notice about the person is their smile. It's just so beautiful. They also have very thick and nice eyebrows. This person may come from India. They also might be African American. I'm also seeing somewhere in Asia. This could be China, or more specifically, I'm getting Indonesia and the Philippines. And I can't forget Thailand. From the start, they give off a vibe that screams excitement. They have an energy that makes you want to follow wherever they lead, even if that means stepping out of your comfort zone. Think of this person as a human roller coaster. They take you on wild rides that leave you breathless and maybe a little bit messy. The Death card and the Knight of Wands suggests a fiery personality who's all about embracing change and transformation. They're the kind of person who believes in diving headfirst into experiences, pushing boundaries and living life fully. But there's also a hint of ADHD energy if you couldn't tell. They move quickly, often pulling you along for the ride. And just when you're catching your breath, they'll suggest a new adventure, something that's even more daring than the last. Their quote, "You need some alone time," acknowledging that sometimes their energy can be overwhelming, even for them. When conflict arises, they handle it in a way that matches their sensitive soul. They might not confront the issues right away, instead, letting things simmer beneath the surface until they can't be ignored anymore. You'll know something's wrong though. They can't hide their emotions. Their heart is too soft, too exposed. With the Three of Swords and the Queen of Wands, they show a mixture of emotional sensitivity and inner strength. Though they might delay confrontation when the emotions are too much to bear, they'll come to you with it, raw and unguarded. Their confession, "I'm too shy," suggests that while they carry themselves confidently, inside they feel vulnerable. Their guilty pleasure, it might surprise you. It's the feeling of celebrating success, a habit they grew up feeling somewhat guilty about. Perhaps in their childhood, they had people who belittled their achievements, making them feel like they shouldn't enjoy their victories. Now they've come to embrace those moments. The Four of Wands and the Hermit show that at their core, they've learned to appreciate their own abundance, but it's something they revel in only with those who they trust. They might throw themselves a mini celebration in private, relishing in their own success, but it's not something they share with everyone. With you, though, they'll invite you in that space, sharing their joy and letting go of the guilt they once felt. In a relationship, they're secretly afraid to be alone. Their deepest desire is connection. More than that, they want to feel seen, loved, and held by someone who understands them. The Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess show their desire for balance and deep spiritual connection in their relationships. There's someone who craves a family, possibly a large one, where love and community fill the space. They may not express this openly at first, but their actions reveal it. A longing for a partner who eases their existential fears, someone who reminds them that they're not alone in this vast world. By the time you reach the third date, you'll start to see just how much of a teddy bear this person is. While they come across as confident, energetic, and always on the go, underneath that exterior is someone who's deeply romantic and soft hearted. They dream of a loving family filled with warmth, joy, and mutual care. You might be surprised at how sensitive and thoughtful they truly are. Perhaps they even keep a journal, quietly writing down their thoughts and emotions in private, where they process their feelings. The Ten of Pentacles and Queen of Wands show that they yearn for stability, love, and a sense of home. Their soul is so gentle, and they'll reveal just how important family and connection are to them. They may surprise you with their emotional depth, proving that underneath their adventurous spirit lies someone who longs for quiet, tender moments just as much as they crave excitement. The charismatic survivor makes an immediate impression. Their hair, whether kept short, medium, or styled to perfection in blonde or dark shades, speaks to someone who takes pride in their appearance. There's precision in how they present themselves, reflecting their confidence. Their facial features are magnetic, drawing attention without effort. Their skin, whether fair or medium brown, glows with healthy vitality. This person is athletic and perhaps has a lot of muscle on their bones. I see someone who may wear glasses. I get someone who may come from the Scandinavian region, like Norway. I also see someone that's coming from America. They may be an African American. I also see someone who is Middle Eastern. The moment you meet them, it's as if their words are draped in velvet. Their charisma radiates from the way they speak, each sentence like poetry, smooth, flattering, and just cheesy enough to make you smile. This person is someone who thrives on connection and knows exactly what to say to make you feel seen, even if their compliments border on unoriginal. To them, words are magical, capable of weaving a word where everything feels just right. When they tell you what we have is magical, you believe them because the way they deliver it makes you feel like you're the one in the center of their universe. Their tarot cards reveal this eloquence. The Knight of Swords suggests their ability to act quickly with precision in conversation, always ready with a clever or affectionate remark. The Star and Moon reinforce their dreamy nature, giving them a romantic, almost otherworldly quality. When they speak, it's like they are pulling you into a starlit sky filled with hope and wonder. They love compliments, both giving and receiving them, because it builds the fantasy that they are so good at creating. But despite their charm, this person's way of handling conflict is quite interesting. They are the type to focus on the positive aspects of a relationship, even when things aren't going well. They'll hold on to the good memories, perhaps even romanticizing the relationship to a fault. Their tarot cards reflect this approach. The Eight of Pentacles shows their willingness to work hard once they know there's a problem, but they might need a little push to recognize that something's wrong. The Nine of Pentacles highlights their focus on success, which sometimes make it difficult for them to confront issues head on. You'll have to spell it out for them if something's off, but when they do address it, they'll do so with dedication. Their secret guilty pleasure is the need for constant reassurance, something they might not openly admit at first. This person craves words of affirmation more than anything else. Compliments, validation, and expressions of love are their emotional fuel, even if they play it off as cool and confident. Deep down, they need to be told that they are loved, admired, and appreciated over and over again. At their core, this person desires to be part of a power couple, the type of relationship that makes heads turn. They want people to either admire or envy their relationship, secretly enjoying the idea that others might root for them to fail because it means that they're doing something right. Behind their charming exterior, though, lies a survivor. This person has gone through more than they might initially let on, carrying emotional scars from past challenges. They may have experienced trauma or significant hardships, and yet they still manage to stand tall, moving through life with grace and determination. Their tarot cards, the Page of Wands and the Devil, suggest they've battled inner demons or difficult circumstances but have emerged stronger. When they finally open up to you about their struggles, you'll be surprised by how much they've endured, and even more surprised by how they've maintained their charm and resilience through it all. There's an unmistakable depth to the deep soul's presence. Their dark hair, whether worn short and flowing locks or something in between, is smooth and styled with care, suggesting someone who pays attention to detail. Their eyes, whether large and expressive or quietly intense, are windows to her inner rich world. Eyes that seem to see straight into your soul. Their facial features are comforting, drawing you in with their warmth. Their complexion is tan or medium complexion. This person, I feel like they may be from India, Pakistan, the Polynesian Islands, Hawaii, and also might even come from France. Meeting this person feels like stepping into the warmth of a golden sunrise. There's an undeniable sense of radiance, but it's the quiet depth behind their smile that truly captivates your attention. They don't rush to impress with flashy words or dramatic gestures. Instead, their love language is simple yet profound. Acts of service, thoughtful questions, and an almost therapeutic presence define their approach to romance. It's not about what they say, it's about how they make you feel seen, understood, and cherished. They carry the energy of the sun and the Queen of Pentacles. They're nurturing, grounded, and their joy is contagious. When you're with them, it's easy to feel like everything in the world makes sense. They are someone who finds deep meaning in everyday life, often asking questions that linger long after the conversation ends. Their approach to a first date isn't about showing off, it's about creating an environment where you feel safe enough to share yourself. You're leaving the date thinking, wow, they really get me. But please don't mistake their calm exterior for complacency. When conflict arises, this person doesn't shy away. They tackle issues head on, much like the Nine of Wands and the Fool suggest. They're not afraid to dig deep and explore the roots of a problem, whether it's within themselves or within a relationship. Their approach is about finding understanding, not simply winning an argument. They want to get to the core of an issue, even if it means confronting uncomfortable truths. For them, the relationship's emotional depth is far more important than temporary harmony. Their secret guilty pleasure, big dreams and creative outlets. This is someone who isn't just thinking about their day to day life, but constantly envisioning a future filled with possibilities. They love the idea of writing down their dreams, expressing their inner world through creative means. Whether it's through writing, art, or simply fantasizing about what could be, they're not afraid to indulge in their aspirations. With the Ten of Cups and Knight of Swords, they dream big, and sometimes they might even dabble in writing about taboo subjects like smut or fantasy. That was their little laugh because they just find it so hilarious. When it comes to their deepest desires in a relationship, its individual longs for an ultimate union of trust. They don't just want a partner, they want someone with whom they can share every part of themselves, including the parts they've hidden from the world. Their soul craves a connection where nothing is left unsaid. where even their darkest fears and most vulnerable secrets are laid bare without judgment. The lovers in the Three of Pentacles show their deep desire for collaboration and emotional union, and they're willing to work hard to build this connection. In their ideal relationship, there are no secrets, just two souls who understand each other on the deepest of levels. Perhaps the most surprising thing about them comes on the third date, when they fully confess everything they admire about you. They are not someone who plays games with their emotions. If they like you, they'll let you know every single detail. They'll tell you what they love about your personality, how you carry yourself, and even the little quirks that make you unique. By the time they're done, you'll have no doubt that this person is infatuated with you, as they left no stone unturned. Their ability to see you deeply and express their admiration is something not many people expect, but it's their way of making you feel cherished. With the King of Cups in depth, they speak from a place of emotional mastery, and their words carry a weight that lingers long after the date ends. The ambitious protector makes an impression you won't forget. Their hair is bold, whether in vibrant shades like red or platinum blonde, styled in thick waves, tight curls, or sleek cut that commands attention. It's clear that there's someone who isn't afraid to stand out. Their angular, sharp facial features, whether complemented by glasses or left bare, speak of someone who is serious, driven, and deeply confident. Their skin ranges from porcelain to deep brown, and they might also have the condition of albinoism. I'm getting someone from India, North Africa, perhaps even Germany. At first glance, this person has an aura of directness that can be disarming. They know exactly what they want and aren't interested in wasting time beating around the bush. They might seem blunt, perhaps even a little intense, but there's a refreshing honesty in how they approach relationships. When they sit across from you on the first date, they'll lay their cards on the table, both metaphorically and literally. No games, no hidden agendas, just a clear and simple testament of what they're looking for. It's like the hum of a race car engine, fast and powerful, ready to speed ahead into a relationship. Their tarot cards reflect this drive. The Two of Pentacles and the Chariot. They balance the complexities of life with determination and confidence, always moving forward. They're someone who knows how to keep their priorities straight and won't waste time when it comes to matters of the heart. The moment they tell you, let me spell it out for you, SEX. It's clear they value physical connection and passion. But that's only the surface of what they have to offer. When conflict arises, they approach it with a strategic mind. They're not the type to dive into shouting matches or get overly emotional. Instead, they'll take a step back and, if necessary, hand off the situation to a third party, a friend, a therapist, someone neutral who can help resolve the issue. This isn't about avoidance, rather, it's about finding a solution through clarity and perspective. The Eight of Swords and Knight of Swords show that they don't want to be bogged down by emotional turmoil. They believe in delegation when necessary, recognizing that sometimes it's best to let an outsider help restore balance. Though they project strength and ambition, there's a secret side of them that's much more adventurous than they might initially lead on. Behind closed doors, they have a high sex drive and an appetite for experimentation. But it's not about indulgence for the sake of it, it's about connection through passion, breaking down boundaries, and experiencing life to the fullest. In relationships, they secretly crave someone who will break through their emotional walls. On the surface, they're a fortress, strong, guarded, perhaps even tough to read at times. But deep down, they want a partner who will help them rediscover love and vulnerability. They need a partner who can look beyond their bravado and see the person who wants to believe in love again. Someone who can offer them a path back to joy and tenderness. As you get to know them, you'll be surprised with just how competitive they are. They don't just aim to win, they want everyone around them to succeed. If you're playing a game or engaging in a challenge, they'll give their best effort, but they'll also uplift you, sharing advice and encouragement to help you improve. Their competitive nature is less about ego and more about a belief in everyone's potential. The Knight of Cups and Three of Swords hint at deep emotional resilience. They've been hurt before, but they've learned to channel that into self improvement and supporting others. Their motto, Treat Yourself, shows that they believe in celebrating wins, both big and small, and helping others do the same.